I'm Alex.
And I'm Teddy.
And I'm Spencer.
And we are
The Button Mappers.
Hey, the Button Mappers.
Three,
two,
2,
one. Oh, look at that.
What a way to end the year. Getting flipped off. BioPhoenix isn't happy. We've invited him for lots of bad games.
Well, not this time.
That's
right.
Good game. Welcome, everybody, to the show. It's like the really low energy. It's like the really low energy version of the show. It's just like
it's the jazz version.
Welcome. I'm tired. We figured we'd record something before I go to sleep. The melatonin and my NyQuil. We're here.
We got a doozy of a show for you guys today here on the Button Mappers. Boy, I can't wait to get started. We've got BioPhoenix here.
Hello, everyone. This is BioPhoenix here, and better fucking enjoy that
shit. He said it.
He said the thing.
Do that every time. Welcome back to our show where we talk about games. This is the map out, of course.
Yeah.
December. If you know what that means, Mario. So to follow up Mario Galaxy, they made the obvious choice. Doing Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins.
A true sequel.
True sequel to Mario Galaxy.
This is an obvious progression.
Yeah. Maybe the best Mario 2.
Probably. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. We need to play Galaxy 2 sometime. Maybe.
You know, there is quite a bit of Mario 2s. Like, you got Super Mario Bros. 2, then you got Mario Land 2, then you got the new Super Mario Bros. 2 on 3DS, and now there's, Super Mario Galaxy 2.
So, why did we pick Super Mario Land 2?
Came to me in an epiphany. I was playing Mario Land 2, and I said, "This'll work." So
I think something more.
So I text Teddy, and I said, "Yeah, we should do that." And he goes, "Yeah, okay." And then, yeah, that's how it happened.
Huh.
Literally,
and then I was like, "Yeah, it'll work."
yeah. And as Bio come on, he was like, "Yeah, okay."
We had 5 minutes.
Yeah, we had some like last week.
We had 5 minutes slotted for that backstory, but I guess we'll just move on from there.
Just focus on my Waluigi shirt. Look at him. It's Waluigi time.
Yeah. Not anything to do with this game.
Not in this game, no.
No.
He's not in video games.
Is he a character? This man.
He's a character, all right.
Oh, he's the bad guy of Mario, Dance Dance Revolution Mario mix. Who the hell was that?
Shit.
This is Waluigi.
Was it you? Who got a motorcycle?
No way, that was me.
Waluigi.
That was Waluigi.
Waluigi's motorcycle?
From Mario Kart Wii style.
Yeah.
Sounds like a Mario Kart stage. Waluigi motorcycle. Anyway. How do we do these?
All right, so Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins. This is on the Game Boy, right?
Wait. Where else can you find some Game Boys?
Oh, hop on over, turn on your Game Gear. I mean, your Game Boys, and in your radio adapter and tune in to Apple Podcasts and Spotify. I'm pretty sure there's a radio tutor, the Apple Podcasts and Spotify, where you can hear episodes of the Button Mappers eventually. I haven't put any more up in a while. And also head on over to the Discord where all the Game Boys are. I don't think there's a single girl over there. Sausage Fest.
Yeah, and while you're doing that, messing around with your Game Boys, make sure you throw away any Game Gears that you may have because it's trash. Alex,
what's your word, Spencer?
Because it's trash.
Watch it.
What?
Chris, don't start with me.
Chris, do.
Don't you dare.
I was gonna say, what if they released Metal Gear on the Game Gear? Then what would you say?
Then I'd say it's probably the worst Metal Gear that's ever been released.
There was Metal Gear in the Game Boy.
Yeah. Shadow Babble or something. Something like
Yeah.
that.
Is that the actual title? Because I think I thought it was just called Metal Gear Solid.
It's got like a thing.
It's got like a fan title. Because we're like, we can't just call it Metal Gear Solid.
It's like
Shadow Babble?
Shadow Babble or something like that. It's probably wrong, but it's something like that. But while you're doing that, make sure that you you're watching this on YouTube, most likely, especially because Alex just said he doesn't really put these on Spotify.
I'll get to it. Look, we're taking a month off. Maybe I'll do it then. Okay, I have it in a minute. It's been a few months.
So understanding that, I can almost guarantee that you're watching this on YouTube. So make sure that you hit the subscribe button. You hit the like button. You ring that notifications bell where you hear a nice little coin toss come up, and then leave a comment below on why Super Mario Land 2 6 golden coins is the premier Super Mario game for the button mappers to review. There you go.
Why is the best Mario 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. Who made the best number 2? Rephrase that.
Mario.
We'll figure that one out.
Yeah.
Mario made a lot of number 2.
Well, this is Super Mario Land 2, the 6 golden coins. I guess before we get into the game, do we want to like share our background knowledge of this game or anything? Like how we?
Yeah, I'll go first with that one. All right.
Oh.
Wait.
Okay, yeah,
what? Okay. All right. So I actually didn't play this game like when I was like really, really young. I actually played it in like the early like 2000s because when I first got a Game Boy Color, it was actually my sister that had it. But I would play on it too. And I remember someone gave me like 2 like random ass like Game Boy games. One of them was this game, and then the other one was Mortal Kombat 2. And yeah, I that's how I first started with this one. And yeah, it was a very, very interesting experience that we'll definitely get to as this episode continues on. But yeah, that's kind of how it started with me.
I guess I'll follow up. I played this game a lot as a kid. Before I had any of the Pokemon games, because I got Pokemon like fucking, I think it was gold with a Game Boy Color. I had a fat Game Boy, fat old green brick Game Boy, and I had a few games for it. And the ones I remember were Donkey Kong Land, right? That's the country one.
Yep.
Mortal Kombat, which fucking Christ, and game 6 golden coins, and I played this game constantly on there, and I would continue to play it up until I was like, I think I sold it whenever I got like a DSi or something, or no DS, because they couldn't play Game Boy games, and I was like, I don't want this stupid shit, and I sold it to buy. I probably bought something stupid. I probably bought like I don't know what fucking stupid ass. I probably bought Pack and Roll, honestly, and then I felt nostalgic, and when I got the 3DS. I was talking to Spencer about this yesterday. When I got the 3DS and they first started the Virtual Console, this is one of the first games they put on there. And when I went to GameStop one day, and they had a case, the shelf, this game, but it was just for a download code for your 3DS. So I bought a physical case for this on 3DS. I don't know what happened to it, just to get a download code to download it onto my 3DS when I first got a 3DS and they first opened the Virtual Console. Then I played it again, and I was like, holy shit, I forgot how much I like this game.
One thing I do want to say is that it's funny that we both got like a Mortal Kombat game on the Game Boy with this game.
We're out there. They were everywhere.
Yeah, what are the odds?
It's like a STD. Like if you had a Game Boy, odds are you had a Mortal Kombat. You just
Although I will say, Mortal Kombat 2 on Game Boy was actually like playable, but the first one is like absolute dog shit though.
It looks like I can't tell who's who from the character select menu. It looks like everybody's faces. They look like burn victims. It's bad. You can't tell.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, is that Sub-Zero or is that an old lady in a bonnet?
It's
I
both.
don't know. Lady Sub-Zero.
I can go next. Zero, zilch, nada, nothing. All right. You're up, Teddy.
Well, I didn't own Mortal Kombat on the Game Boy, but I did own Mortal Kombat Deception, which is probably around the time that I played this game. Honestly, I can't put a time or place to when I played this, but there are just like some characteristics about this game that like have just been imprinted in my brain. Like there's like in the Jello stages, like in the tree sometimes, or when you're like inside, there's like music playing. It's like beep, 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 beep. That's, like I have that in my brain. Have like the funny like looking like visual style of like Wario's fat face. And like the that crack looking bird. Yeah. I don't know. This game is just so stylish and stylistic. I played it once and I still remember a lot about it. And it's a really like pleasant Mario game, which I think we'll tap into today.
The problem with your story was, Spencer?
Mortal Kombat.
I don't know if Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Could use more Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
We were at 0. We needed Sub-Zero.
Can you retell your story, but somehow integrate Mortal Kombat into it, please?
Yeah, I've played this game none times, nada, zilch, -1.
Mortal Kombat.
That's Sub-Zero.
Okay.
You did it. I played this game in Arizona. There was a scorpion.
There we go. Yeah. My friend Johnny caught him in a cage. We went and saw our other friend Sonia.
Russia. Get a blade.
A blade. we did a fatality on the scorpion.
Did it with a katana.
Yeah.
He was such a noob.
Oh,
Because
He caught a lot of smoke.
wanted a reptile.
Well, clearly none of you are from Arizona. I guess you just have to ride in.
Aw.
That's why we call it a Raiden Shadow Legend.
Raiden Shadow Legends. I just imagine there's like an opening from Mortal Kombat 4 where it's Raiden and he's like, a millennia ago, the other gods were. And I just imagine that he's like, Raiden Shadow Legends available now. He's like super muffled.
The crossover we didn't know we needed.
Speaking of backstories, Spencer.
Yeah.
Job.
Do you want me
Lore
to?
Master Spencer.
Yeah.
All right. I've got. It doesn't say it anywhere in this because I did pull up the wiki. Do you want me to just go read it off the Wikipedia?
If it's got the story on there, yeah.
Super Mario Land 2 takes place immediately following the events of Super Mario Land.
Immediately.
While
We
Mario,
have it mapped out.
yeah, that creates a problem for our timeline. But while Mario was away in Sarasa Land.
There we go. Sarah's Land.
Sarah Sailand. I like that.
Sarah Sailand. Sarah Sailand sounds like an actress.
To be fair, I would assume it wasn't ever pronounced out loud.
Maybe saying Sarah Palin.
Maybe, yeah, it's Sarah Palin Land.
Yeah.
There's a bridge that doesn't lead anywhere. A jealous childhood acquaintance named Wario puts an evil spell over Mario's private island, Mario Land.
Whoa.
Brainwashing.
Wait, Wario's a wizard?
No, he's a jealous childhood acquaintance.
Oh, a wizard, Wario.
I don't know.
I just wonder how the hell Mario was able to afford a private island.
I
Yeah.
want to know how Wario's casting spell. I put a spell
How
on
many
you.
coins? How many coins, Mario? I mean, he never gets any action, so I take it all this work is like contract work, right? He's a
Mario?
plumber. Yeah.
Wario gets action.
Beach.
Brain
Maybe in land. He said.
brainwashing its inhabitants into believing Wario is their master and Mario is their enemy.
Mario's their master. Mario owns people.
Well, I'm more concerned about Wario here. Not only can he cast spells, he's a brainwasher.
Are you trying to say that he's the villain of this story?
I don't know what he is. He's like
He's
a
trying to
master
liberate these
manipulator
people from Mario.
Yeah, he's an abuser.
Wario's motive behind this sudden attack is to steal Mario's castle out of a desire to have a palace of his own. After traveling through Mario Land and collecting the 6 golden coins, Mario regains entry to his Oh, here it is.
Spoilers.
It's a spoiler alert.
You know, I actually a childhood friend of mine, Ethan from What It All Meant, was a huge Mario fan as a kid.
Was he also jealous?
He was my Mario. No, he had a bunch of Mario comics and stuff, and
Used to have some of those.
yeah, I remember there was one about like Mario and Wario as kids, and like Wario was like, I forget what the story was exactly, but like Wario was jealous of Mario, but like never put that together. That like this is that story. It's that Wario's being an
Your friend's got a giant island. You wouldn't be jealous?
Yeah.
yeah, but he's earned it. Hey, by this point, I think Mario World's been out, so he's done some shit, man.
What if like Mario like made him jealous? Like, what if he didn't invite him to like the barbecue at his house when he like had a housewarming?
As a kid,
Mario housewarming. It's the island warming party. Did he get the island in the first game?
oh, in the first game, he was in Sarasa Land saving Princess Daisy from Topanga. Who's in this game?
So, but he's a
Topanga?
landowner.
Topanga, yeah, Topanga from Boy Meets World.
I always knew there was something I didn't like about Topanga.
Boy Meets World.
She always seemed like such a rabble rouser.
Okay. That threw me off, sorry.
Topanga.
Yeah.
Well, that's the plot of Super Mario Land 2.
On the Game Boy. We haven't mapped out the first game, and we're probably never going to, because have you looked at it? It looks like somebody stepped on it. I don't like the first Mario Land.
I've never played it. I played this one. I played Mario Land 2, Wario's Castle.
Mario Land 3, right? Mario World, Wario Land.
Yeah.
Mario Land, Mario Land 3. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
I like
Wario
the
Land,
first
Wario
one
Land.
for what it is, but yeah, I think this one like is just way better.
It's graphic, like it's hard to even call it a sequel because graphically this looks like Mario World, and it's on the Game Boy, which is kind of impressive.
Yeah.
The first Mario Land couldn't even look like Mario 1. Yeah. Oh. So Mario's setting out to collect the 6 golden coins from each of the 6 lands or zones. I know something about little, zones. And he's going to reclaim his castle. I always liked the touch in this game whenever you enter the entranceway to Mario's castle and you see Wario like up top on top of the castle going back and forth.
Yeah.
I always liked that as a kid. I don't know why. It was just a cool little touch.
I like that too. I also kind of just like the music during that whole part too.
Mm.
The music in the whole fucking game.
Oh yeah, but I mean, just specifically in that part, it just sounded kind of like intense.
Game has like an air of like discovery and kind of mystery about it that I really like. Like I feel like it has like elements of like Zelda and Kirby.
Yeah.
I can see the Kirby stuff for sure.
And
Game Boy Zelda, like I don't know if you play like Oracle of Ages or Seasons, but there's like a castle area. When you get to that, the music becomes really foreboding. I get those vibes too when you're standing in front of Wario's castle.
Oh, okay. Okay, you're talking. Okay, I know what you mean
This is
now.
a nice little jumping off point too, because this kind of opens the door for us, because the team that developed this game, I guess in the first game, whatever, would go on to develop the Wario Land games. And they kind of like, got to escape from under Mario's shadow, but I believe they didn't want to like really follow in the footsteps of Miyamoto and his team, so they wanted to do like weird stuff and to do when you're making Mario games, right? Because it's Mario. But this game certainly does it. I'll tell you that much.
I think the idea of like going out to collect coins to open the castle too, like there's something like mysterious about that. And like
Different.
even those islands that you go to, like there's like a hidden turtle cave. They're not really like secrets. You don't have to like go hunting for them. They're like there's something that's not just your standard level 8-1, 8-2, another castle.
You can kind of go in whatever order you want to, which is neat. Like, tackle whichever area you want to.
Yep.
That makes it kind of tough to out, but I guess we'll go in order of this list, right?
Yeah, we should. I think the order is left to right.
I mean, but you could do any of them. I was playing earlier, and I went for the last one they have listed here first.
Yeah, okay. I figure we should maybe just talk about that. When you played through, like, how did you play? You went right to left?
Yeah, I usually when I've replayed this game, because I have so many times, I just do whatever. Like, I go to the areas I like first. So, so it's like I don't really go like left to right, right to left. I just pick and choose,
Yeah, I know for me, I always go left to right, but I leave the space one for last.
Yeah, I did. I did
Yeah.
Tree Zone, Mario Zone, Pumpkin Zone, Macro Zone, Turtle Zone, and then Space Zone. Yeah, I did the Space one last.
Turtles.
Smart move.
You guys know in 2017, in April Fools, I renamed my channel Turtle Zone for a day.
Turtle Zone.
And I reviewed a sea turtle. That was my video that day.
That's fun.
Sorry, go ahead.
That is pretty great.
I went
I
left
guess
to
we're-
right. Yeah.
Right. To the left.
So you
To the
did
right.
Space Zone as your second one? Or is that
I
what
did.
left right? Was that a challenge? Well, I guess you.
I couldn't believe it was World 2. I was like, holy shit. What am
Yeah.
I going to do in the rest of this game? And then nothing was this tough.
Yeah, I felt like I did it in the right order because Space Zone was definitely the hardest.
I remember being a kid, and that one was always hard. But
I
guess
loved
we'll
it. I was like, this is so unique, but I was like, what else are we going to get in this game?
talk about it in a minute. I guess we'll start at Tree Zone, right?
Yeah.
More exciting than a tree.
Can't believe it's
Turtle.
not Green Hill Zone.
Tree Hill Zone.
There you go.
One tree hill, right?
Yeah.
Tree Zone is a giant tree.
Yes.
There you go. And each of the zones, I don't know. Not each of the zones don't have levels, right? I think
What?
so.
They
Some-
do. Yeah.
All 3 levels. I don't remember.
Do I have 3? No. I mean, it varies. Yes, usually 3.
It's fine. We'll get to it. I guess I don't know if you want to talk about each one of the levels in the zones. I don't know how you guys want to tackle this.
Not really.
So we'll just talk about Tree Zone as a whole. What do you remember from Tree Zone?
Well,
Crow.
it's a giant tree, and it's not the Deku tree, and there's ants and bees, and it's a very basic level. I think it's a pretty typical first stage level. I find this level does sort of remind me of something from Chippendale Rescue Rangers a little bit. Yeah. Yeah.
I was super because this is my first time playing it. I was so thrilled because I've mentioned before on some of these that I like the overworld stuff, like when Mario gets to interact with the overworld. I always, as a kid, I felt that was so cool, and this has a lot of that in it. It's really cool that like you go into the tree zone and then you're like in a tree in various parts, and they tried to make each level be like something that would be in that part of that zone. So like in the first part of the tree zone, it's like the roots, and you can jump around. And then you're inside the tree later, and there's ants and bees, and then it ends up you're on top of the tree. But it shows that you're that like while you're traveling around it. So I thought that was really neat. I like that.
Yeah, I like the inside the tree. I like the sap. I tell you talked about that earlier, like the jelly. It's the sap. Where you kind of like through it, like wade through it.
Just want to call out that on the strategy wiki, there's a friendly owl called Heavy Zed, but in the picture it says Heavy Ted.
Heavy Ted.
Yeah, it's the owls that you hop on, right?
Yeah. Isn't that like a Kirby thing?
Owl?
Dreamland 2?
He has an owl buddy. Like,
Isn't it a bird?
That's a bird. I don't remember the name of the bird.
It's owl-like.
The fish. There's some really neat areas here. I think it's just from this area alone. I think this is my least favorite area by far because it's just like a naturey area, and I've seen that a lot in games. But I think this just starting off is impressive to me that like the game, like these levels are so distinct, and it looks like this on the fucking Game Boy, which if you've played a lot of Game Boy games, you know that's not common. How you played Castlevania Adventure or whatever earlier this year.
Don't remind me.
Yeah. So even like something as simple as like a tree based area, they managed to make look distinct in each area. Like you can tell like when you're like going through the roots or like wading through the sap, or of course like the leaf I think is an easy area, or like the beehive looking area and stuff. Like I think it's pretty cool.
Well, you know, you say that there's nature areas in like all games or whatever, but I disagree because I think what this level does is it tells like an actual story that most games on the Game Boy weren't really doing, even on the Super Nintendo weren't doing to that extent, where it's like a progression of climbing the tree, and they really try to get you to feel like you're in each of those sections, and I think that's really impressive. Even if, you know, this game, the motto of this game that I feel like is like, man, I'd like to see this on some better hardware, because like it's amazing what they could do with this, but it's not close to clearly what their vision was which was very ambitious.
Yeah,
this is the story of a bird who must have been in the wood.
I was gonna say, there actually is a ROM hack of this game that someone actually added color to the game, and it looks
I'm watching
really
it
good
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our thumbnail for this chat. That's the version of the toy Mario that's staring at you with his dead eyes.
Yeah.
But yeah, so each of we kind of mentioned it, but each of the areas you're getting a golden coin, and how you're getting that is by defeating the boss. The boss is holding the golden coin. That raises some questions. Why do they have a golden coin? Did Wario install that lock, or is it Mario? Because if it's Mario's lock, why didn't they just give him the coin? But I guess Wario hired these guys to keep the. It's like, why do you need that to unlock a door? Wario, just install a deadbolt, dude. Why do you need this complicated system?
Mario and the key to the deadbolt.
Yeah, it's like, what do you need this complicated coin system to unlock a door?
Well, this one is gross.
Gross. How do you say it? Gross.
Gross. It's actually based on the Japanese word karas, which is crow.
Okay.
So,
that's the boss name?
I think. Yeah.
Bird.
Oh, on one of the sites I'm looking at, they just literally call him Big Bird. It's Big Bird.
Big Bird.
Maybe this is the Japanese manual or something. I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe
yours is probably more correct. I'm like I said, like I have like another one up, and it's literally called Big Bird, and I'm just...
We're on the strategy wiki.
Yeah,
I'll tell you if it's right, because the next zone I know the name of the boss, so we'll find out.
It's Elmo.
It's a bird. Elmo.
It's a big bird.
It's Grover.
It's a bird and it's big.
Mario just takes out all of Sesame Street. That's the game.
Mario versus Sesame Street.
Show me how to get to Sesame. Ah! It's just fucking Mario stomping on everybody.
Yeah.
This boss, you know what? I don't like it because it's just easy. But like, it, visually, it reminds me of that Country 2 boss, the first one with the pirate.
Oh
Bird.
yeah, the bird there.
It's interesting, but I just always think about that.
You know,
I'm like,
speaking of Donkey Kong Country 2, this world also does have the beehive thing too.
yeah, it's true.
Hmm.
Nice, yeah.
Donkey Kong Land 2 is also on the Game Boy.
Oh yeah, it is.
Hmm.
Right. I have that.
This we didn't talk about, but this stage also introduced me to the item for this game, like the special item.
Ooh, bunny ears.
Yeah. You just press it to float, which got me through several of the levels in this game.
That's sound makes.
Oh, we all know like everybody wants the bunny ears in this game.
Yeah.
You
Like,
get the bunny ears
how
and
you
the
play.
fireball, right? And
Fireball's
it's
fine, but
weird because Mario Land 1 had the Super Ball, which
It looked like a
literally what
bouncy
sounds
ball.
Like, yeah, it's like a bouncy ball. It looks like, I guess he got one of those cheap bouncy balls that like out of a gumball machine and throws it.
Those are
does
killer.
Mario have bouncy balls?
We'll find out later when we're in Mario's balls. So
Yeah,
that's
more on
true,
that later.
More on that at 12. Does Mario have bouncy balls?
Stay for the late night special. Mario's balls. Do they bounce?
I to say one big step for tree. I can't make this work. We're going to space though.
Almost have
See?
it.
This is the real Mario Galaxy 2.
True. This is the real sequel to Mario Galaxy. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, see, we are playing a Mario Galaxy game. It
Yeah.
was in space.
This one kind of reminded me of Super Mario World, where you had that like alternate like secret levels, and it was like in space.
Yeah, the hippo level is weird because you just want to get the snot bubble and then fly forever, right?
Mm-hmm.
How
Yeah, I
clever
remember when
was
I-
that though? That was cool. I like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I remember when I first played that stage, I had like no idea what I was doing, and then it wasn't until later I found out that, you know, you had to like keep going up and then it goes into space. I'm like, oh wow, there's like a whole other world here.
Yeah, it's cool. I think I found it when I was a kid just because I was like fucking around with the snot bubble. Because, you know, when you're a kid, you have 3 games. That's what you do.
Yeah.
You just fuck around. So the hippo level is nothing to really write home about because you don't have to play it. You do go into space and you have base levels, which are interesting. I like the one where you're avoiding stuff. SARS, right?
Mm.
It's a weird stage.
I mean,
Like-
touching a star in real life could kill you, so
It's cool. It's cool to play with Mario with like no gravity.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cool to see him in a little astronaut suit.
There's a little cute little astronaut
True.
suit.
yeah.
Does Mario own NASA?
Game already has like nice kind of floaty jumps, and then like that just adds a layer of like, whoa, it's like cool, slow-mo, massive anti-gravity jumps. They pull it off well.
Yeah, you were saying you were surprised by this area, Teddy?
I don't know if I characterize it as surprise, but it was a, I guess, pleasant surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Maybe just like it kind of upset my expectations, not like in a sad way, just like, you know, just like,
In a good way.
yo, this freaking boss, if all the other bosses are like this, like, god damn it.
That quote, did it traumatize you, but in a good way?
Yes. Traumatized in a good way. Give me more, Mario.
That's from SMP4, everybody. Yeah, it's cool. I clearly tell they didn't have a lot of ideas for the different space levels because there's not as many as like the tree area.
There's only 2.
Only 2. It's just a cool idea, you know. What kid doesn't want to go to space, you know? So, the boss for this area is Topanga, not Topanga.
Close.
And it's cool because he's the boss of Mario Land 1, so it's a little bit of continuity.
He's like a little goblin thing that rides on a spaceship.
He was in the map out of the first game that we did. Topanga's balls.
What?
Topanga's
Super
test.
Mario Land Topanga's balls. You remember that map out?
Topanga's balls. I always wanted to see Topanga's balls.
We mapped him out good and thorough.
There was something. I had some issues with this boss. I felt like his hitbox was wrong. When he's like on his, you can only really hit him in like transit. If he was actually like just bobbing up and down, I feel like you couldn't actually jump on his head. It was only like actually active in like when they wanted you to do it.
That always got me as a kid.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? Because I would jump to on the very side of it as high as I could, and then he'd like come over and start bobbing, and then I'd drop, but I would still die because that wasn't the right. Like it was like a broken hitbox or something. I don't know. It was weird.
I always found you have to try and hit him on like where like his like the window shield is or whatever. I feel like that works a little bit better than just trying to hit him like on like the very back.
Maybe that was it. Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, but it's still like I do agree that it is a weird hitbox thing though.
I struggle with the dual shot because like it's a small screen, it's a small like window. Yeah, every boss you just like go through a pipe and then like then the boss has like a single square frame, and then, like he'd do like a low shot and a high shot. And then, like, you'd have to, like, hit him in between. And I couldn't do, like, a perfect run. I'd had to restart it a couple times, even with, like, the triple power-up. I don't know.
Yeah, it was tough.
The first time I found this world, fought this boss, my dad was watching NASCAR. I don't know why I remember that.
What do you think?
NASCAR?
What do you think you're... I don't have a question.
You think my dad was watching NASCAR? Can fucking like NASCAR? I don't know.
So tell us, Alex. What about NASCAR? What
You're super in the NASCAR for a minute.
But Alex, why? That's what we want to know.
They go fast. They can go
because you like the
left.
I was gonna say he likes that song by Beyonce. What was it? To the left, to the left.
Oh yeah.
That should be like the theme of NASCAR.
It's so strange because like people that like sports are usually like, oh, I've been a fan since whatever. My dad was super into NASCAR and watched it all the time, and even bought those little like replica NASCARs you see. And now he doesn't give a shit about it. I'm just like what happened?
There's got to be something therapeutic about NASCAR because it's very simple, but it's like there's got to be something where. You're following a guy or something, and you're just letting him, seeing how he does. I mean, I could see it. It's not for
like
me,
when
but
people,
I can see it.
It's like when people lose interest in like wrestling or whatever.
Yeah,
I guess that's what happens.
I need to ask my dad. Maybe he's gonna be like, "It's not like it used to be," or something. Danica Patrick ruined it all.
Yeah.
I have to ask him, but. I've seen him watch other sports games. I've never seen him watch a NASCAR game since I was a kid, so I don't fucking know. I just remember watching NASCAR during this part.
One.
Get a NASCAR. We're off the macro zone. Weird. What a weird name.
Macro.
Like, I get it. What a weird name. So it's a giant house. Yeah.
It's just a giant house, and you're tiny. I will say this stage right here is probably my personal favorite, and also it's definitely the one that reminds me the most of, like I said, like Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. This is like the one that's like definitely speaks to that.
I can see that.
Yeah. Which, I love that game too, but man, like seeing it like themes like that in a Mario game, I just thought was really cool.
Yeah, I always liked levels in games where you're like really small, you know?
You know, it's partly the reason why I do have a little bit of a soft spot for those really crappy, what was it, the Army Man games?
Oh yeah, I have one of
Yeah.
those.
Yeah, like I used to love Surgeon Heroes 2 on PS1, and yeah, that's the game that like, like it's all about like, being really small in like a really big house or like a freezer or whatever. And yeah, and I used to love that shit as a kid.
What year was this game? I'm trying to think if like Toy Story was
It's like
out. But
92.
Toy Story was 95, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
No.
Predates Toy Story.
Mario did it first.
You know what? This is one of the. I agree. This is one of my favorites of the whole thing. But it when I was playing it, I was really. This is one of those levels where I was like, if they could have like better, even just a little bit better hardware. Maybe if this was on the Super Nintendo, this would look freaking cool. But I was just like, most of the stuff I was like, I see what they're doing. And I applaud their creativity for it. But I was a little disappointed until the books, where you see like the books that are like your size. That reminded me a lot of the Minish Cap, and that made me smile. I was really into that, and I thought that's where they clearly had like a vision. Whereas the rest of it, like I could see what they were trying to do, but it would just look like normal levels, but with like weird enemies like ants or whatever.
Yeah, I remember there's like giant grass in the background of the first stage.
Yeah.
I remember no fucking backgrounds because the 3DS version is just plain black and white. I wish I played the color version.
No, even in black and white, it still had backgrounds in it.
I know, but it's just like it's not as impressive, I guess. So like it doesn't leave as much of an impression.
Oh, yeah, I hear you.
That's more of a flaw of just the hardware, right? For the game. I think this game, just in general, just overall, I think it's impressive the way it looks. Just I think it's like probably the best looking Game Boy game, just because they were able to push the hardware. But it's clear that they wanted to make a bigger game than a Game Boy game.
Mm-hmm.
Impressive though.
Is Mario Land 2 basically Breath of the Wild?
Ooh.
Go wherever you want. Spin jump.
Topanga's balls.
Topanga is there, yeah, and her balls. Topanga and her balls.
I don't know what Topanga is, but I think of like Kappa Tengu from SMT.
Topanga's from. Wait, you ever watched Boy Meets World?
No.
Well, okay.
It was like a kid's sitcom, and it was a girl that he had a crush on.
Yeah, everybody had a crush on Topanga. Don't lie.
Oh yeah, she was one fucking hot piece of ass at Topanga.
This is a kid show.
That was a sitcom. Yeah, kid show.
Yeah, every time Corey would go to class and Topanga was sitting in front of her, he'd like, holy fucking shit, I want to fuck her so hard.
Holy fuck.
And then the laugh track would kick in, like
No, it was the ooh track.
Yeah, the ooh track. Ooh. And
Like, that's sexual assault, Corey.
Yeah, and then they'd laugh. This is some good old Boy Meets World.
Oh, Corey.
No, Corey.
Corey in the house.
Corey in the house.
In the macro house.
Yeah.
Macro house.
Yeah, and the Topanga gets swooped up by a bee.
Watch out, Pixar, because we're gonna fight a rat. And they got a rat, right? We went to Toy Story earlier.
I don't think they're
Ricky.
The rat on the site I have is literally just named Super Rat.
You got the wrong. That was Spencer in Sonic Mania.
You got the wish. You got the wish version of the.
You got the wish
of
rat.
the Super Mario strategy guide.
Yeah,
The
I'm
wish
on Mario
rat.
Wiki.
Yeah, when we did like Sonic Mania, I got a guide that had something like what Chris is going through right now. It's just like a 2-word description of the boss instead of the boss's actual name. It was
Well, Topanga is mentioned on here, by the way. That one is right.
You have to Topanga, right? Well, I guess it's hard to fuck that up, right?
Yeah. But yeah, no, this one it's
Actually,
literally just sewer rat.
Sewer rat.
Like, okay, he's a
Rat.
rat in the sewer.
You jump on it.
Did anybody die to this?
I did when I was a
kid.
kid.
Yeah, as a kid, he's tricky as fuck. Because
I'm sure.
Darks out of those pipes.
Maybe I'm still a kid.
You died to this guy?
I don't remember.
That's a good thing, Teddy.
I don't think I died to him. I think it was just
True adult.
Well, excuse me, Pro Gamer Spencer.
pro game.
Pro Gamer Spencer here.
Hey guys,
When you're fighting the rat, Ricky.
just jump.
Super rat, Ricky. You jump on his head.
All you have to do is time your jumps.
I'll give you my guide, Teddy. I'll write one down for you and send it over.
You archive it
in a PDF file. Yeah, I'll put it on the archive.
Can you archive this game?
Yeah.
Everyone's favorite RPG. Mario Land 2.
Yeah.
Guys, most people don't think of Mario Land 2 as an RPG. Actually, they're wrong.
They're wrong.
Because you roleplay as Topanga's balls. So anyway, Mario Land 2 came out in 1992.
Why do we keep talking about Topanga's balls?
I don't know. I'm just thinking about him now. Her delicious,
Can't get her out of the head.
supple, like hairy ball sack.
Yeah.
It'd be awesome if like. Okay,
You may be familiar with another RPG series, Atelier. Well, it's similar because you get to experience the thrill of Topanga's balls.
Just imagining like there's like a nude leak of like the girl that played Topanga, and she just has like some super hairy balls.
Oh my god.
Dude 49.
Dude 49.
That was Macro Zone. Now we're off to Pumpkin Zone. Sorry.
It was the horror stages.
The horror stages?
Come on now. You know I didn't say that.
This is my favorite area, man. It's weird.
Yeah, I love
It's
this one
right?
too.
Some like Jason masks with knives stabbed through their faces. There's of course Boozer here.
There's
the,
yokais.
Yeah, yokais. Thank you. I was about to ask what those were. The little umbrellas.
Yep.
Yokais.
You don't see those in a Mario game.
Yeah. I only see them on my watch. On my yokai watch.
My yokai watch.
Let's keep going.
For you.
Yeah, it's Horrorland. Like, I mean, like, you know, it's always cool to see that in a Mario game. I mean, I know in usual Mario games you just get the haunted Boo's castle or Boo's mansion or whatever, but it's cool to see something a little bit different here. You get like a graveyard.
Dude, you fight a motherfucking witch. It's a cool area. I always liked this zone a lot as a kid. Like like the spooky zones or like spooky levels anyway. Games, so it's all about this place, man.
I was clutching my cross the whole time.
Scared?
This place-
Scaled?
Yeah, I was scared. This place was giving me evil evil sin vibes that I didn't care for.
Spencer called me and he was like, "Alex, I'm
He
scaled."
said, Alex, I can't play this.
Scaled. And he said, "It's all right, Spencer. So you get yourself some warm milk." Spencer doesn't drink milk, so I said, "Get yourself some warm water. climb in under your blankets."
Alex, I see the yokai. I'm afraid of it.
You got your watch on? That's what I asked him. I said, "You got your yokai watch?"
I said, I don't know how to turn my yokai watch on.
Do you have your very mediocre 3DS game?
It was not very good, no.
Yeah, what is level 5 doing? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, do you have anything to say about the levels in this area? Do you have any particular memories?
They were dark.
Severe lack of pumpkin.
Yeah.
Use more pumpkin. Yeah.
You know, that is true, actually, yeah, because it's literally, like a graveyard, and then you got, like a like another haunted house thing.
Out of 10.
And
Well, you're in a pumpkin. That's the thing. You're in a giant pumpkin.
So where are the
Jack-
seeds?
Well, oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Why can't I eat them?
Where's the pie?
where's the pumpkin spice everything?
Yeah.
Do you think when you open a pumpkin, there's just pie in there?
Well, how else? How else do you get it?
You can just scoop it out.
How else do you get pumpkin pie other than scooping out what's inside them pumpkins?
It's just take a spoon,
Just
crack
eat it.
open a pumpkin, and eat it. Eat the pie right out of the pumpkin.
You can't tell me
we didn't need-
otherwise.
We didn't need pumpkins. We need pumpkin pie zone.
Yeah.
We need to
That'd
be
be
in the middle of
awesome.
pumpkin pie.
I
Yeah.
think we just need pumpkin pie. I think
true.
we can all agree. We just need some
Yes.
pumpkin
I agree.
Yeah, I like it.
Big
pie. Pumpkin
fans.
pie or pumpkin zone.
Well, I like both, but yeah.
Me too. You guys, okay. When you have your pumpkin pie,
Whipped cream.
damn it. Can I ask if you're whipped cream or Cool Whip?
Nothing. Ice cream.
Yeah, I don't like any of that on mine. I just eat mine plain.
Straight up.
Okay,
Cool
plain.
Whip, man.
Yeah.
I'm
I like it
Cool
with whipped
Whip.
cream.
I like Ready Whip that much. You know, like the shit in the can. I like the Cool Whip in the container.
Okay.
Can.
I want to know something, Chris.
Yeah,
What does your guide say the boss is to this level?
Yeah. What's the name?
The boss on my guide is literally named the Witch.
Yes.
Want to guess what ours is?
Like Kamik.
Ooh,
no, that'd be
that
cool,
would be
though.
cool.
This seems like a good place for a Kamek. I don't know if they had the okay to use other Mario things except for like the Koopas. You don't see a lot of them.
Nintendo gets sued by Nintendo for copyright infringement.
Well, it's in the Miyamoto team, so maybe he was like, "You can't use Kamek."
Maybe.
Yeah, that sounds like a weird thing like Japanese developers would do. Be like, "Well, it's not our game character. We didn't make Kamek, so we can't use Kamek." It's Sabasa. Am I saying that right? Sabasa?
Yeah.
Not
Boss.
Kielbasa. Not
The
yeah.
bossa.
Basa, not Kielbasa. Sabasa.
Mikasa Subasa. My house is your boss.
Good job.
She's gonna fucking eat Mario, man. You fight her in a kitchen. She's like
Cool
Oh,
level. Really cool. Like a lot of stuff to keep track of. I like this. This is fun.
scary for me. Too spoopy for me.
Did you get scaled?
The witch.
Yeah, like the lids of the cauldrons keep popping up, and there's spikes
Mhm.
above you, so you have to kind of dodge it. They move kind of slow, but it's something. And then it probably helps to have the fireballs here, but I didn't, so I just had to jump on her.
Wing cap too.
Yeah.
Do you think the wing cap in Mario 64 was inspired by this wing cap?
Bunny cat by the carrot.
Yeah.
Wish that'd be awesome. Just to see Mario eat a whole carrot. I like cartoon though. Like realistically, he's like munching on a carrot.
Hmm.
Like
Well,
5 minutes to transform.
Yeah, I only want to play a game where I watch Mario eat different things.
Yeah, it's like the power up. He has to eat a whole carrot. It's just like he's just watching for 5 minutes as he tries to eat this.
And it's like as-
crunching on this carrot.
Like as loud as possible.
Oh my god.
You can insert Mario sound effects in between.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. But we hire Chris Pratt to do it.
Oh, it's me, Chris Pratt. I mean, I'm Mario
You can't even do a Chris Pratt impression because it's the most bland. Like
because it's just
it's just a guy.
He's just a guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's me, Mario.
Yes. It's me. It's Mario.
Mario.
Thanks for playing.
Speaking of Mario, hope you guys have your cocaine ready because we're going to Mario Zone. I have questions. This is Mario Land. And then he has his Mario Castle, and right next door there's Mario Zone, which is a giant Mario. And then what is happening?
A giant mech Mario.
Yeah.
Okay.
If Mario got his own mecha anime, this is it.
This is proof that Mario is the bad guy of this story.
Okay.
Because he's like a supervillain. He's made
the Spencer theory.
It's a Spencer theory. I
was doing the segment here.
He's the villain because he's built this entire edifice to himself. You never see a good guy do that. It's always the villain who makes like a statue of himself. And he went so far as to put stuff inside of it that is like monuments to himself.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's a monster.
You start in the shoe, and it's like a gear stage. But let's talk about the crotch. Let's talk about the crotch.
I knew you'd
That's bubbles and balls.
balls. Yeah.
3D balls.
Nobody knew what they were doing.
This is Topanga's balls realized.
Crotch level isn't balls. Come on. Nintendo. What the fuck?
But there are a lot of balls.
There's a lot of balls. Mario has a lot
In
of
Mario's
balls.
edifice, yeah, he's got lots of balls.
Yeah, the entire floor is made out of balls. The background has balls. It's like, oh my god.
Wait, this is brought to us by our sponsor, right?
Topanga.
All shaving cream.
Oh yeah,
Manscaped.
man balls. Sign up for man balls.
Mario Land gets a Mario Landscape with Mario's Manscape.
Yeah. You can make
This is
a
what
nice
you pay
Mario
for, folks.
landing strip on your balls.
True. And for a low price of $9.99, Mario will land on your balls.
I don't feel comfortable promoting this on this episode because we all know Mario's probably got some hairy fucking ball. You know,
he's an Italian.
He's got bush.
Yeah. Maybe that's why Peach is always getting like abducted. She's just like, get me away from this.
He's leaving his pubes everywhere.
Yeah, like she says, take me away or get Manscape. Mario, it would be so easy for you to get Manscape. It's only $1 a month, and we'll send you amazing kits to clean up your area down there.
We're not actually sponsored by Manscaped, but we're doing rad read.
Sounds like a slam dunk.
Luigi's like, Mario, all you have to do is shave your balls, and he's like, shut up, you cuck. But Mario,
that sounds more like Wario.
But Mario, no Wario, but Mario, shave your balls. He's like yelling from the top of the castle.
Is that what he's shouting from the castle?
Yeah, that's
shave
what
your
he's doing.
balls, and I'll let you in. Mario's still like, shut up, you cuck.
Mario calling people cuck is the greatest thing ever.
What the fuck? What, did he grow up on Twitter?
Yeah. Mario the Millennial. Up to his whole
Millennial Mario just called everybody a cuck.
A cuck beta fact. Yeah, it's just
like, you're such a cuck.
Oh my god.
Weird zone. It's like inside of Mech Mario, and there's like gears and balls and toys. Like it. What the fuck, man?
It's a bizarre level because it doesn't even.
Yeah.
It just seems like you're in like a mechanical stage, but they there's a, by the way, it's Mario.
I will be honest and say I do think the stage is kind of cool looking, just because of the neat idea of it. But yeah, it is just weird. But that's why I like it.
Oh, and the Lego, like there's a Lego stage, the brick one.
Yeah, the Lego stage. Yep. Mario gets to go to Legoland.
Mario goes to Lego. Lego Mario. They predicted it.
Yep. They foresaw it. Yep.
Yeah.
There's a lot of pork in Mario. Do you think he like fan?
You just say you want a pork Mario. I'm just kidding.
And stop gaslighting me. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the boss
What
of
if
this
that's
stage.
the reason the show gets broken up because like Gaslight saying he wants a pork Mario.
He told me I was gonna pork Mario.
For the last time.
All I was trying to
This is
say
the last
was
fucking
that
time.
all I was trying to say is that Mario likes pork. It was pork Mario. And that's why I left the button map.
So yeah, the boss is like pretty damn random. I mean, I wasn't expecting this to be the boss of this frickin' stage, but yeah, it's the three little pigs.
It makes
I'm just
sense
imagining me and
from
Spencer
the
on Jimmy Kimmel now talking about like our side of the story. This is amazing. Sorry, the three little pigs.
Spencer's on the show, yeah. And he's like, "Yeah, we were doing the Mario Land 2 map, and we got
You're
to
talking
the
about
Mario zone. It's
Spencer
already
talking
bizarre.
talking about pork Mario or something.
Mario.
This boss was way harder than I expected it to be. It was, I don't know why, because it wasn't like that crazy, but
Yeah.
the jumps just seemed so irregular that I fucked this up so many times. It was so strange.
Yeah, no,
deceptive.
I died a few times too. Even to this day, I still do screw up on it every once in a while.
Well, it's 3 pigs and 3 hits per pig, and so like most bosses are 3 hits, you know. And you know the screen is small, and then that first pig, I think you expect it to roll left or something or right, and then like it always screws with me. Screwy pig.
You little.
But I was gonna say it does make sense if you think of this as like it's like a dream or something. Mario's entering himself. This is what I'm thinking, like, because like you know, like Link's Awakening is like on the Game Boy, and it's kind of like that like bizarro like dream
Yep.
plot. I feel like this like kind of reminds me of Link's Awakening.
I could see that.
They've already done the dream thing in Mario 2, like the USA version of Mario 2.
Well, they're doing it again.
Yeah, they can do it more than once.
Yeah.
Oh,
Mario
they
have
can't.
multiple dreams.
not allowed.
Besides which, they did so bad in the first Mario 2 that they had to rectify it.
That's true.
Well, yeah,
Button Mappers reunited
Yeah.
over common hate for Mario 2.
Me and Spencer are back on Kimmel. We're like, yeah, we brought him back on because he agreed with Mario 2. I was like, get off my show. Parody. What was the weirdest zone of the game? That was
Okay.
the best zone.
Oddly, this is probably my favorite, even though I always hate water levels.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like nothing but water levels. But I love the creativity and also like the fact that you just get eaten by a turtle to get into it. It was
Yeah, that's always why I go to this level first, is because I love that animation of the big turtle gulping you up, and it makes it like the music's like
Yeah.
I know, it's so fun. I guess he shits you out too into the water.
Oh, I remember when I first played, I thought like you were literally inside the turtle, so I was just like, wait, did he like eat like a freaking whale?
that's a you know what? That's I never even thought of that, which means you were smarter than me at like as a child. Because that never even crossed my mind that like, yeah, you did kind of get eaten by a turtle. Why is there a whale in here?
Yeah, whale in a submarine that is probably not yellow.
Yeah.
No, we don't have color. I don't know. Maybe it is yellow in the color version.
No, I don't think it is, from what I remember. Though I could be totally wrong on that.
That could be a mistake from the ROM hackers.
It's like, damn it, you had to make it yellow.
We gotta talk to the guy. I'm pretty sure it was like one of the Metroid guys that worked on this. I don't know their names. Whatever. Yeah, it's got some cool levels. It's got the islandly level. It's got the submarine level. It's got the whale level. That's probably the one I know the best.
Yeah, what a creative level. I loved it.
Yeah, I like this level too. I enjoy it, even though like I'm also not a fan of like water levels either for the most part. But I like this one. I think it had like a good amount of like stuff for a water level. Like it wasn't all just swimming. Like they had some that did have platforming too.
Yeah.
Oh, tripping. This shit sucked.
We've talked about like a different map out. We've talked about like liking levels that are like inside of things. I think Spencer's one that agreed with. I don't know who did. What map it was, but this is like one of those things. Like as a kid, I always liked the whale level because I liked levels that were like inside of creatures and stuff.
Alex is saying he likes being inside things.
I'm leaving the show.
What a freak!
So normal. I didn't like there's like gaps with the cheaps, so like you don't have like a lot of wiggle room to get past them. And walking on the sea floor was like awfully slow. I like the look. Like I like the visual style. The inside that submarine was really cool. It kind of gave me like Pokemon vibes, like on the SSN. But mechanic wise, I really hated just mashing A because it felt like Mario kept sinking. Like I'd have to do it super fast. It was just kind of off.
I think I liked it because the enemies didn't really like attack you. They kind of just went on like a path. So I never felt as anxious as I would playing like Donkey Kong, where the enemies are like chasing you.
Yeah.
And this one, they were just kind of, you could see what they were doing, and you could easily avoid them because they weren't like actively trying to kill you all the time.
Yeah, they weren't hostile.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's chill.
Chill.
So chill.
And then
you go through the whale's blubber.
The blubber.
Blubber.
Flubber. You remember the movie from Robin Williams?
No, not Flubber.
Yeah.
What if I was a supervillain and my only weakness was Flubber? VHS.
Flubber on VHS.
It has to be on VHS. Like the DVD copy wouldn't do anything to you.
Yeah, throw a copy of like the big because that's a Disney movie, so they had like the big puffy cases.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Chuck a copy of Flubber on VHS at me, and I melt.
Yeah. I remember as a kid, like I remember like when I was really young, I like was like, oh, I want those, because I thought like Flubber was like a thing you could buy.
Yeah.
It was like, I want them, but then it was, I found out they weren't real, and then I was sad.
I'm just thinking about the Independence Day plot that they would have to come up with that leads to them finding out that the aliens are weak to Flubber VHS tapes. It's like Jeff Goldblum is like studying a computer simulation. It's Flubber, the movie Flubber.
Never leave home without a copy of Flubber.
Yeah. Let's go to Blockbuster right away. Come on.
The Blockbuster's in Oregon.
Well, and Independence Day, it was like 96 or something.
One recently.
I'm not talking about the newest Independence Day. Nobody's talking about the newest Independence Day.
Everyone's talking about the newest Independence Day. Everyone's talking about.
Everyone talking about.
Talking about. I guess we should talk about this.
Yeah, Chris, what is the name of the boss from the Turtle Zone?
Wait. Can we guess? It's got to be octopus.
Yeah, you're right.
Boom, Teddy. There you go.
Yeah.
Nailed it, dude.
Can you guess ours?
Octorock.
There's no way.
No.
Octorock?
Okay, I'll give you a second try.
To guess a completely random name.
Fuck, yeah, I don't know, dude. Like,
Okay. If you can guess the first letter, I'll give you a point.
okay, is it S?
Close though.
Man.
Close. That is also a letter.
Yeah. It's in the alphabet.
Oh, yeah, that is a letter. At least you didn't say like 3 or something.
Just 3 letters off. Yeah. So 3 actually wouldn't be too far. Well, from S, but
It's Paco.
Paco.
Taco.
Paco the Taco.
AKO Paco.
Paco the Poctopus.
Paco.
You know what's funny?
Pacopus.
Here's something interesting. They write boss Pako, but then in the actual explanation, it's Poko, and in the picture, it's Poko.
Yeah, that's like Zed and Ted.
No, the top of the explanation. Okay, well, no, they didn't. They said Paco and.
Oh, Pocos are the small ones.
Poco's Poco.
Avoid
Okay,
the
those are
Pocos.
the little ones.
Okay, so
Zed
Paco
and Ted,
and,
I can't explain.
They're as children.
Paco and Poco.
Paco Puss.
Oh yeah, that's funny. I beat this boss, and then Poco actually took away my wing.
You turn him into fried calamari by toasting him with 6 fireballs.
That's professional guidance.
Gordon Ramsay.
I was gonna say, King DDD was known for saying, "Holy calamari!"
At this point, turn on your skillet.
Oh no,
Going to
Spencer
beat
does
him
the best.
while
the best
frying
DDD.
Paco breadcrumbs.
Spencer, can you say holy calamari but in your DDD?
Oh shit. My throat is ill-equipped for this. Holy calamari, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. Holy calamari!
There you go.
That's a pretty good DDD.
I say Kirby in my head and then I take it from there.
Kirby! Right?
Yeah. You a monster club with that there, Kirby. I can't do it with the shit, but you know.
Well, I guess it's time to go to Wario's castle. Ooh!
Ooh.
Oh, you'll never guess what the boss name of this one is.
Oh,
Mario.
fat mustachioed guy.
Conception.
Mustachio. No, it's just Wario.
Ah.
I know. How disappointing. It should have been Mustache Man or something.
Yeah, like they didn't know what the name of the boss was.
What's this guy's name?
Oh, just call him Mustache Guy or
That Mario.
or Evil Italian.
One, the game's been like pretty easy up to this point.
True.
Up to this point, because it's not. After this point, it gets tough in the last area.
Save states.
I'm glad you're saying it because I was like, holy shit. Yeah, I save
It's
stated
randomly super hard.
I save
area.
stated the fuck out of this. This is a hard level.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you
it's
what though,
intense.
if you really wanted to play this authentically, the golden coins that you've gotten up to this point actually do have a purpose. So you can max out at $9.99, and there's like a mushroom in the very center of the game. If you're not exploring, you'd never see this, but you can use them to get like a shit ton of 1-ups. You play Lotto and use like all your coins, and you get like 80 lives or 99 lives or something.
Oh, okay.
Dude, I remember when I played this game back then, and I actually had 99 lives. I actually almost lost like all of them to beat that boss, to beat that level.
The boss himself is not that bad. It's just getting up to him. There's like 5 rooms.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
all have like these awful challenges. At one point, there's like a platform that you have to slide onto, and the second you slide onto it, you gotta duck. Ugh.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah.
The ball with Wario's face.
Like after like the 4th room or something, I'm just like, am I playing the right level? Like, is somebody trolling me? Because it just kept going.
Wario is. I love when you actually get up to Wario because I mean this is the first time Wario was like in a game, and now Wario's he's still goofy, but he's like less goofy, he's more Mario-ified. Wario is fucking terrifying in this game. Face looks scary. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
if I was walking down an alley and I saw this at the end of the alley, I would turn back.
Turn back.
Would find a different way home because I'm not walking past that.
I mean, he does look like a cracked out Mario, which is probably what he was supposed to look like, right?
Yeah, I mean that's his whole thing. Is he's evil Mario. That's what so right. It's like Wario is evil, right? So it's evil Mario.
He's jealous. He's jealous of Mario's looks.
Wario doesn't have Mario's looks.
His handsome looks, or his hairy balls,
or his hairy balls. So
So
wait,
the real jealousy kicks in.
Wario's
got the
clean
smooth balls, but not by choice though.
Yeah.
Me manscaped.
Like,
Always
one thing I
manscaped.
will say is that I'm just glad that the final boss in this game is not Bowser for like the millionth time. I think it was kind of nice of them to actually make like a whole new villain for this game.
This was back when they would still do that because they did Wart and 2 USA and they did Topanga and Land 1.
Yeah, but I meant like in like the mainline Mario games. Yeah, like you just don't really do that much anymore.
And now good fucking luck. It's gonna be Bowser no matter what.
Well, Mario RPG, I guess, would beg to differ.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and yeah, you know the Paper Mario games in general are like that too.
Mario and Luigi's.
Yep.
We're talking about more like the platformy ones.
Bowser haters in this group right now.
Like
no,
Bowser.
I like
like
Bowser
Bowser.
too. It's just I just kind of wish they would like change it up a little
He's
bit.
clingy. That's all I'm saying, man. He's like a clinging girlfriend.
Yeah, like I just wish they would just like
fuck off.
maybe he would like seem like the villain at the end, but then it turns out like there's actually something else, and then he has to like help out Mario for a brief moment, and then he's just like, okay, like fuck this shit.
We'll see Wario again, even though I guess now it's too late because Wario's kind of like a hero now.
Yeah, I mean, I would still like to see like Wario like in like a main like platform Mario game.
Yeah,
And
Wario's
that'd be kinda
become
cool.
comic relief.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad. Even Waluigi. Waluigi's never had significance.
Oh, there he is! My shirt's relevant.
Would you guys say that this is peak Wario, or does he get better later? Was this peak like GameCube?
I would say. Yeah, I would say like if you count like the sports games, like the intro to Mario Power Tennis is fucking awesome. Like it's almost like a whole like Looney Tunes skit, but with Wario and Waluigi. And I thought that was hilarious.
Cube, yeah, because there's that for the sports games. Land was still going on because Land 4 was on GBA. Wario World, which is a stupid game, but I actually like that game, is always on GameCube. And then WarioWare had just started as well. So yeah, it was like peak Wario.
And in Mario Golf, he was also pretty damn funny. He had the opening cinematic and his taunts.
I
Me
also
and my dad, we'd always play him and just spam taunts. Wow, you're gonna lose. Like just making fun of them.
Oh, I remember. I think it was in Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. I'm pretty sure it was. It was the one where, like, sometimes, like, when they say the title of the game, it would be a different character. And I know when it's Wario, he'll say, like, this game should have been called Wario Golf, but.
Yeah, and I always loved Wario as a character. Now they don't really do anything with him, but I always loved Wario as a character because he's just greedy Mario. And yeah, I guess this is like the birth of that, right?
Yep.
But I feel like they don't really emphasize that he's like Mario's childhood friend and is jealous of him.
Oh, that's never come up.
Some background stuff, man. That's
Deep lore.
Deep Mario lore.
It was only explained.
It's like a Souls game, you know. It's like implied lore. Yeah.
It was only explained in this very obscure like Mario soundtrack to a movie that never came out.
Yeah.
Yoko Taro shit. Yeah, it's explained in a stage play.
Yeah. The Mario stage play with Wario.
It happened on a phone call with Miyamoto and Hideo Kojima.
Yeah, they were planning on making like a new Mario game with Hideo Kojima like
it was a crossover
creating
with
it.
Snake. Yeah. Wario. Yeah, you fight Wario.
It's pretty easy considering the just disgustingly hard lead up.
Make him cry. Anybody else like that?
Yeah.
Make him cry like a little bitch.
Doesn't he like turn into a baby or something?
Yeah, well, I guess he just turns into like small.
Oatmeal.
What?
He becomes mush.
He just like every Mario character gets big with mushrooms, right? So like it gets like regular size.
Oh. You shaved him. You've shaved his balls.
Mario! Mario, you shaved my balls.
He's actually Topanga. Underneath all that hair. And that's the story of Topanga's balls.
Yeah, and then from here on, this team said, we're just going to use this guy for now on. And they make any more Mario games. They made Wario Land games.
They even made one on the Virtual Boy.
Oh, did they?
They did.
They did, yeah.
Oh wow.
Wario Land on Virtual Boy.
It's actually not a bad game. Like,
Yeah,
honestly, it's
games
not.
on
It's just, you
Virtual
know...
Boy.
Yeah, it's on the Virtual Boy. That's the problem. If it was on, like, Super Nintendo or Game Boy, it would have been, like, perfectly fine.
It's red.
If you want to destroy your retinas.
Yeah. I know with the Virtual Boy emulator, you can actually make it go black and white, just like a Game Boy game instead. So it's like, you know, it should have just been that from the get-go. Or, you know what, they should have just been Game Boy games.
But yeah, Wario's defeated, and Mario gets his castle back. Never see again.
And the private island.
Island.
Yeah, so our hero Mario can once again relax on his private island.
Sold it to Kanye West.
Yeah.
Oh god. He's been going through a lot of shit.
He called him up during the Wii U era. He was like, "Do you want to buy my castle, you cuck?"
You cuck.
Calls everybody's cuck. That's the thing.
That's
What? You want to buy my castle, you cock?
maybe that's why the Mario sequel took so long after Mario 64. Is he just became so difficult to work with.
Scenes.
Oh, and he's like, I'll only do it if I go to my private island. And they said, all right. Mario Sunshine.
Mario, we had to sell your private island. What do you mean? Like, Mario, look, man, we're not doing great. The GameCube isn't doing as great as we hoped. So we had to sell off something. Okay, we sold off the private island. Where's Miyamoto? Bring me that cuck. Bring me that cuck.
See, you keep calling Miyamoto a cuck. He doesn't like that. A lot of people don't like being called that. You got to stop.
Mario spends years in therapy,
Yeah.
becomes more pacified. Okay, Miyamoto.
Yeah, and that's why all the games have been bland.
Something Mario is missing.
Oh, yeah.
We're all just waiting now for Mario to slip back into his
cuck face.
phase.
Yeah.
A lot of good talk here today. Good Topanga's balls. Cucks.
Super Mario Land 2.
Mario Land 2. Having played it and mapped it out, what are your thoughts?
I guess I'll go.
Chris looked like he was about to say something profound, so I just wanted to wait.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I'm not looking at the screen, so... Alright. Well, yeah, I love this game. It's actually, like, one of my favorite, like, Mario games of all time. Like, I still go back to it a lot. And like I've been saying a lot, the like I love like all the different levels. I think they're very unique and different. They stand out compared to other Mario games where they just recycle the same old shit all the time. And it's not long either, which is another thing that's good. Though I do kind of wish like someone would make like an expanded version, and then they would just like add like more crazy shit to it. But I know that's wishful thinking. But anyways, as it is though, yeah, like I just think it's just a great Mario game that just plays really, really well. And and also, what? I'll even go as far to say that as much as I like Super Mario World on Super Nintendo, I think I go back to this game a lot more than that. And it's funny because it's on hardware that's like way inferior.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say this game is very creative and fun to play for that. And it's a solid Mario game. I think they got the mechanics down pretty well. But I would not. I would hope for a remake at some point to get these ideas more fleshed out. Like if you had a bunch of like real color, not like Game Boy Color, like actual like a Switch level of. A Switch level of brightness and vividness. That would be really, really cool to see some of these cool ideas come to life, like the tree level, the turtle zone, the space zone, like things like that would really pop nowadays. The Topanga's balls would really, you could see each individual hair just like flapping. It would be really nice. So a remake would be really cool.
Yeah, I think I forgot to mention I also had Kirby's Dream Land as a kid, and this game reminds me of that game a lot, where it does the best thing a Game Boy game, Pokemon, could do is just be very consumable. It's very easy to sit down and just have fun playing the game. And just like Kirby's Dream Land, I never really get tired of the game just because of how fun it is and how creative and how cool the artwork is and stuff. And just the fact that like you can play the levels in really any order means like it doesn't get stale even on revisits because you can kind of change up the order in which you play. And I always really liked this game. I always thought it was a pretty underrated Mario game.
I liked it.
All right, thanks for.
Okay, I will say that I would have thought previously that a remake would not be possible, but I think the Link's Awakening remaster might prove that otherwise. So yeah, this would be nice. I mean, it is probably one of the most creative Mario games. Mario, 2D especially. It's not your like simple kind of rehash. I feel like a lot of the ideas are redone a lot. So Nintendo, what are you doing? Shave your balls.
That's a really good point, Teddy. Is they could have easily just remade some of the Marios and scaled them down, and just said this is 2. But they didn't. It's totally different in like almost every way. So pretty impressive.
Yeah, I think you could see the team here, man. They just wanted to break free from Mario and they created Wario, and then they said, well, technically it's Mario, and then they just did the Wario Land games leading on from this. So just cool to like see this team beyond this game, and hopefully sometime we'll talk about the the Wario Land games.
Let's go, Nintendo.
Nintendo, where are Topanga's balls?
Look deep, and you will find Topanga's balls in the halls.
I hope the actress that played Topanga like catches wind of this episode, and she's just like,
She'll probably just facepalm and be like,
"Why are you talking about my balls?"
Yeah.
I knew it.
She crosses her legs the whole time. No one can see them.
Your tennis balls, okay? We all know about your hobby.
Tennis.
The ball gina. It's a vagina with balls.
Quick, what's your top 5 balls?
Top 5 balls.
okay, we got Pokeballs, then we got Balls 3D,
Balls 3D.
and then we got trying to think of like something else. I don't know.
Vegetable balls.
Rollerball.
Yeah, rollerball.
Okay.
That was that movie. I forgot. It's something ball. Some. Remember.
I mean, there's a lot of movies with the word ball
Wasn't
in
there
it.
It's like a futuristic game.
Basketball.
Is that rollerball?
No, not basketball. Not basketball, but we can't put it on the list though.
Can we please basketball? And what about isn't there like a 007 movie with ball on it?
Thunderball.
Thunderball.
Thunderball, yeah, Thunderball.
Yep.
About a ball of thunder.
This is a story about a ball who got shaved and was really tall.
Topanga,
Ball meets world.
Topanga, put your tall balls away.
This is a story about Topanga's balls.
They were really tall.
She got them shaved and they were really tall.
They did like tall balls.
It's elongated balls.
They're really more like ovals. All right.
That's where pee is stored, right?
Well, Chris, thank you for coming, and I apologize you had to be a part of this.
Yeah, sorry.
It's all good, man.
You're
It's
probably on a
all
watch
good.
list now, thanks to us. Government watch list.
We're on a playlist.
Alright.
A ball playlist.
But yeah,
YouTube.
like I said, just thank you for having me. And of course, you know, I'm always down to talk about whatever. And of course, you know, I know you guys always say I'm always on during like the bad, shitty game episodes,
Yeah.
but it's kind of nice to
Redemption.
be on one where I get to talk about something that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
we did it.
We had you on for the Kirby anime, right?
Oh yeah, I guess there's that too. Yeah, but you know, that's not a game though.
Oh, because like the Kirby anime is great.
It is great.
Can you close us off in DDD? Can you talk about Topanga's balls as DDD for me?
No,
Yeah,
there's
that's a weird
no.
episode.
There's
Come
no
on,
way.
come on, and then we'll cut and then we'll end it. No, come on, just do it. Just
It's gonna be bad, but okay, I'll try.
Start with Kirby.
Like what about
then-
Topanga's balls? Like
I'll give him a phrase, Teddy.
Whoa, Topanga. How about those
balls?
balls? Tall balls.
Tall balls.
Yeah.
all right. Let's see. Whoa, Topanga! Those are some tall balls.
Oh my god.
Got it. In the episode, put the robot up.
Hey y'all, don't forget to subscribe to them button mappers.